Alrighty, Spiritus Leviathan. Kind of an annoying fight. As you can see, I did try a few attempts of this earlier, but I think this team could go with it. I got fairly lucky with Lenna pulls. I actually got her BT on the free multis, and I was like, I'll just spend some gems for her FR, and I got it within like, I think maybe 10,000 gems or something. Like, it was like 2-3 rolls. It was very, very quick, so I was like, oh man. Lenna was actually really nice to me, so that's good, that's good. So here, the fight basically revolves around, just debuffing you and stuff, and just being a general nuisance, pain in the ass. Like, there's a few mechanics you're gonna have to deal with, like these foes can kill you out of nowhere if you're not prepared for it. So here we're just gonna go ahead and with Lenna. We want to make sure, the fight's centered around her. So Windrake's arrow is super important, that you get that all the way. You wanted like, the Final Fantasy V characters, they revolve around leveling up their stuff, and it's pretty easy to maintain most of it for the most part. You just do it twice and then boom, you're done. And she starts the free turn, so not too hard to actually get this Windrake's arrow to where you need it to be. So we did bring Golbez along too, because I did pull Golbez a little earlier when he did debut, and I was like, you know what, let's bring out some Golbez. He's really cool. And actually, I probably could have got a. Probably could have got a Dark Knight Cecil debuff on, but that's fine. We'll save that for just a little bit. And here these guys are coming up on their first threshold, which is fine. Here we actually want a Goliath tonic, because like, Lenna does start with it fairly... that buff duration is like only at 4, so fairly low duration for turn start buff. Kind of like Weiss, where his EX buff you wish you had a little bit more of it to work with. But it is what it is. We did bring Kate Sith, but right now we're actually going to go into the BT phase. And that's because the BT phase is kind of irrelevant for this fight, just because there's so many HP gates. And you could do one after like the 69% threshold, but it's a lot better in my opinion to just go for BT phase to set up all of your buffs for one character and then just go to town with the rest. So here we're just going to focus on AoE. And luckily Weiss, excellent follow-up attacker in this game. He's absurd. You can just bang bang all day. And his damage isn't looking that great because we don't really have any BT auras up, but that's going to change soon. So we're going to do this one more time. Yeah, and the BT auras for this team are fairly low. Like, it's 6 on Weiss, 6 on Golbez, and 8 on Lenna. And Lenna's, BT effect's pretty cool. Like, it increases your maximum HP by a fuck ton. And I think that's pretty neat. And right now we're just, I think there's these three lines right here are actually HP gates, and they're actually super annoying. Mostly because they put a lot of them at the start. And we're going to want to save our FR echoes until after those gates are done. Or at least use an echo to... Or we're not going to try and waste an echo where we would otherwise, not get that much damage. So we're going to want to make sure we space that properly. And I think if we can help it, we'll probably aim for a Golbez FR time, just because his FR time does include, a bunch of weakness damage up. But if we can't make that possible, then we'll just go for Lenna, just to turn off their force time, because their force time is one of those annoying 20 turn ones where you cancel it or you lose. Because the big gimmick with this fight also is to get the S rank, the maximum rank possible. You only have, I think, 30 turns to work with, and we're already at 5, so we're on a little bit of a time limit. We're a little bit of a time limit, and these guys, with the HP gates and no slouches in HP either. I think it's like 300 million. Actually, pretty formidable. So we're gonna want to, make sure we deal with all of that best we can. Oh, we're so close. You know what? I think we're gonna do then. And go ahead and get Soul Eater on. Because we still need to get Lenna's BT effect up as well. So here we're going to... Did we already get the AA up? We did. Here we're going to get Golbez up just in case these guys decide to jump like 30% for no reason. I've seen some crazy percentage jumps in DFFOO for whatever reason. And this is just going to help us, survive the majority of their attacks when they do end up taking turns. Because this fight does require turns for them to be taken. And with Golbez on the party, with his BT effect, Brave Freeze, we're going to be perfectly fine with that. Not an issue. Oh man, now it's going to be a little... I'm slightly concerned that we may or may not be able to get there in time. Because we need to get to Golbez's turn 4's FR. And, you know, sometimes, as you saw, they just jump like, you know, 8-9%. And I do want to get Kate's Sith Call on, which is probably a little greedy. It's a little greedy. I'm gonna do it. Then this is also gonna max out Golbez's buffs, so yeah. Even if for whatever reason, I don't even think it's possible for us to get debuffed anymore with Weiss's BT effect up. So here, I think we're just going to... I think we just LD. Yeah. And we hope they don't jump 12%, which I don't think they will. You know, they jumped up a lot, but... Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Yeah, because we could also do Lenna's FR attack. But in all honesty, I do prefer the bonuses Golbez gives, so we're gonna go with that. And we did Kate Sith early there, just because we do want to get the most out of Weiss's follow-up attacks, just so we could end these pesky HP gates. Right here, you see they can't drop below 80%. So we're gonna want to refrain from using our echoes and actually just go ahead and use stuff like our EX and things like that. And it's gonna feel a little wasteful, but once we start using our echoes to actually start doing damage, it's gonna matter. Then you'll start seeing why we do it the way we do it. Yeah, you see, like, this feels bad. It feels I hate HP gates so much. It encourages you to not waste your big HP attacks, but with how much health these guys have, sometimes it's not enough. But Weiss should be able to take this guy out, no problem. Especially now that he has his EX up and running. Yeah, and now that this first HP gate's done, now we can go ahead and start using our echoes until we get close to the next one. And that's basically how we're gonna do it. And actually with Golbez, I'm actually gonna press LD because these buffs are starting to fall off. And luckily with Golbez's LD, it like increases the duration of all his buffs by 2. So, you know, we don't really have to worry about it that much. Man, look at that, 14 million. Jeez, on 200%. That's absurd. Yeah, Golbez's rework is so sick. Yeah, and here we'll actually go ahead and waste an echo, no big deal. Just so we can keep that that number nice and high. Yeah, because I think for this fight, just having a follow-up attacker like Weiss or Core, it just helps out a lot to reach those pesky HP gate conditions. 7%. And there's 2 more we're gonna have to deal with, and we have to kill B before we kill A, so we're actually not on pace to do that right now. So we're gonna go ahead and focus our attacks on B, because I do believe Weiss mostly targets whoever you target, and then just does splash damage to the other enemies. 73%. I have half a mind to go for Glare Hand, but I think I'm actually just going to go ahead and ensure that we actually get them down with the EX. Maybe that was a waste, though Weiss did just bring them down like 3%. Yeah, and there's another HP gate done. So now, we can go ahead and use the rest of our echoes. It's not going to be a big deal. Really bad breath. Yeah, and the second one is the big one, yeah. If we were to survive it though, they give us a reward, and that just basically heals us to full on our turn. So here we're just going to go ahead and use the rest of our echoes. And I think from here it should be a fairly straightforward fight of just kill them dead. Yeah, basically that's going to be the rest of the fight. Look at this. 22 million follow-up. Not too bad. Not too bad, Lenna. She got broken, but it's fine. 3 turns left on the BT each. 6 turns here. And I think we have one more echo with Weiss. Yeah, we do. Although the turn count on his BT effect is running a little low. And I don't remember if I have one more echo with Golbez. I guess we'll find out. That's what we like to see. We do have 1 turn left on these debuffs, so I have half a mind to go into Brother Summon. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this first. And I think I'll probably brother summon just so I could keep the debuffs that I do have on them right now. 35%. The thing is, if I go into brother summon, does that... It does delay them by 1, but does that keep them... No, I think the HP gate should go under still. It should proc. Let's find out. Okay, it wasn't even enough to bring them under, so that's fine. So here we could just go ahead and... Oh, actually we have our EX up? Yeah, let's just press it. Actually, we're probably better off targeting B. Or targeting A, but it's fine. Yeah, and A can't go under unless B is dead, so we'll be fine. Yeah, that was the last HP gate. There's one more here. And Lenna should be able to take that out with Goliath Tonic, no problem. Yeah, 36 million? Jesus Christ. Support unit, by the way. We have 1 turn left on, I think that's Man in Black Armor. So what I think I'm going to do, because we like doing AoE is not going to matter because this 28% will not go down. So we're actually going to Rising Wave. Because this is like 9 HP attacks. There you go. 52 million. That's the good stuff. Our BT effect is about to run out on Weiss, but that's perfectly fine. Actually, what else is about to run out? Is that Winddrake's Word? Deep Crowned Ruler. I think that comes from his skill 1, skill 2. Yeah, we only need to do single target attacks now, so we're just going to get refresh that. And unfortunately, that's the last of our BT effects, so, you know, we're going to be missing out on some bonuses, but we'll be fine. Lenna. Let's just go ahead and do another Goliath Tonic. And I think a lot of this damage does actually come from Golbez's FR, like him helping out as well with the weakness damage. And this follow-up attack actually doesn't do bravery damage, so there actually is no weakness damage. But there you go, boys. There's the Lenna fight. It did take me a little bit to figure out what to do here, but let's end it with the Twin Meteor. I always thought Twin Meteor looked way cooler than Blackbang for some reason. Bagoosh. And this pesky fight finally over and done with. HP gates. Don't you love them? They're your favorite, right? And that should, I'll just do the ticket missions for this later. Like, you can grind the rest. Like, I didn't fulfill, like, every mission requirement for, because there's, like, you know, side missions you could do to get more, chest unlocks. But this is more than enough for me. I'll just do the rest later. Yeah, I only did 7 out of 10. But that's perfectly fine. That's the run, boys. Take it easy.